Welcome back to Vanished and Unexplained. I'm your host, and today we're delving into one of South Dakota's most confounding cases, the disappearance and mysterious deaths of Arnold Archambeau and Ruby Bruguier. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our community of truth seekers. Now let's step into the shadows of this chilling mystery. In December 1992, the tight-knit community of the Yankton Sioux was rocked by a tragedy that would leave more questions than answers. The small town, known for its close-knit relationships and strong sense of community, was suddenly thrust into a state of mourning and confusion. The streets, usually filled with the sounds of laughter and daily life, were now eerily quiet as the community grappled with the loss of two of its own. Arnold Archambeau, born in 1972, was known for his kindness, athletic talent, and dedication to his community. He was a beacon of hope and inspiration for many young people in the area. His athletic prowess was evident from a young age, and he quickly became a local hero on the basketball court. Friends and family remember him as someone who always had a smile on his face and a helping hand to offer. After losing his mother at a young age, he was raised by his grandmother and later an aunt. These strong women instilled in him values of resilience, compassion, and community service. Arnold's upbringing was filled with love and support, which he carried forward into his adult life. He often spoke about the importance of family and the role his grandmother and aunt played in shaping the man he became. Arnold worked at the Fort Randall Casino and shined on the basketball court, even touring the Soviet Union with an all-Native American team in 1990. This experience broadened his horizons and deepened his appreciation for his cultural heritage. His teammates and coaches admired his dedication and sportsmanship, and he became a role model for many aspiring athletes in his community. Ruby Bruguier, born on January 11, 1974 in Wagner, grew up on the reservation with deep family ties. Her upbringing was steeped in the traditions and values of her community. Ruby's family was well respected, and she was known for her gentle nature and sense of humor. She had a way of making everyone around her feel special and loved. Known for her gentle nature and sense of humor, Ruby attended school in Lake Andes and was a cherished member of the community. Her friends and teachers remember her as a bright and caring individual who always went out of her way to help others. Ruby's laughter was infectious, and her positive outlook on life was a source of strength for those who knew her. In 1991, she and Arnold became high school sweethearts, and despite not being married, their love was evident in the life they built together, especially as they nurtured their young daughter, Erica Marie. Their relationship was a testament to their deep bond and mutual respect. They were often seen together at community events, always supporting each other and their family. Their love story was one that many admired, and their commitment to each other and their daughter was unwavering. The community's loss was profound, as they not only lost two beloved individuals, but also a symbol of hope and unity. On the evening of December 11, 1992, Arnold and Ruby made arrangements for Erica's care, leaving her with Ruby's uncle. Later that night, they were seen socializing with Ruby's 17-year-old cousin, Tracy Dion, visiting friends and sharing laughs. By 6 a.m. on December 12th, they returned to the uncle's house, already showing signs of having been drinking. The uncle suggested they return later after they had sobered up. But fate had other plans. Just an hour later, on a stretch of U.S. Route 281 near Lake Andes, tragedy struck. At approximately 7 a.m., as the car hit a patch of black ice at a three-way intersection, it spun out of control and overturned into a frozen ditch, roughly 75 feet from the highway. According to Tracy Dion, who was in the car, chaos erupted as Ruby, in a state of shock and repeatedly exclaiming, "Oh my God!" managed to push open a door and exit the vehicle. Then, In a move that defies logic, both Arnold and Ruby walked away, leaving Tracy trapped in a car in lethal, freezing conditions. Immediately after the accident, Deputy Sheriff Bill Youngstrom and his team scoured the area. They searched the road, the adjacent railbed, and even the frozen expanse of Lake Andes. Initially, it was thought the couple might return after sobering up. But as hours turned into days and days into weeks, the grim reality set in. Arnold and Ruby were nowhere to be found. Then, nearly 3 months later, in March 1993, a passing motorist made a chilling discovery. In the meltwater of the ditch, a body was spotted. It was later identified as Ruby Bruguier, recognized only by a tattoo due to the advanced state of decomposition. Shockingly, when the ditch was drained the following day, Arnold Archambeau's body was found just 15 feet away, showing significantly less decomposition. How could two bodies exposed to the same brutal winter end up in such different states? Ruby was missing personal items like her shoes and glasses, hinting at possible movement after death, while Arnold's relatively preserved condition in water suggested a different timeline or environment after the accident. Adding to the enigma, a series of eyewitness testimonies emerged, each adding a layer of complexity to the already puzzling case. These accounts, coming from various individuals, painted a picture that was both intriguing and baffling. One witness claimed to have seen Arnold alive on New Year's Eve, nearly 3 weeks after the accident. This sighting was particularly strange because it contradicted the timeline established by the authorities. The witness described Arnold as looking disoriented but unmistakably alive, mingling with the crowd as if trying to blend in. This individual, a close acquaintance of Arnold, even passed a polygraph test confirming her account. The polygraph results added a layer of credibility to her story, making it harder to dismiss her claims as mere fabrications or mistaken identity. Yet the 3 men seen with him denied the encounter and all failed their polygraphs. Their nervousness and inconsistent stories only fueled suspicions. Why would they lie about something so significant? What were they hiding? Another account placed Ruby and Wagner on January 20th, 1993. This sighting was equally perplexing as it suggested that Ruby had somehow survived the harsh conditions and traveled a considerable distance unnoticed. These conflicting reports challenge the official narrative of immediate death by hypothermia and hint that the truth may be far more complex. The discrepancies in the eyewitness accounts and the official timeline raised questions about the thoroughness of the initial investigation. Further deepening the mystery was the discovery of a set of unexplained keys in Arnold's pocket. Keys that didn't match any known vehicle or property tied to either family. The keys were a puzzle piece that didn't fit, suggesting there were aspects of Arnold's life that were still hidden. These keys, examined meticulously by detectives, remained an enigma. They didn't match any locks in Arnold's home or workplace, nor did they correspond to any known properties he frequented. This odd piece of evidence suggests potential connections to unknown individuals or undisclosed locations. The keys hinted at secrets that Arnold might have kept, leading investigators to consider the possibility of hidden aspects of his life that could be crucial to understanding the full story. In 1995, as suspicions mounted and local frustration grew, the FBI assumed control of the investigation. They delved into phone records, surveillance footage, and the perplexing forensic anomalies that had been largely overlooked by local authorities. Over the years, several theories have emerged in an attempt to unravel this unsettling case. Each theory, while intriguing, brings its own set of questions and mysteries, leaving us to wonder what truly transpired on that fateful night. Abduction and murder. Some experts believe Arnold and Ruby were abducted and killed by unknown assailants. This theory is supported by the eerie circumstances surrounding their disappearance and the subsequent discovery of their bodies. The contrasting states of decomposition, the unexplained keys, and eyewitness sightings of Arnold after the crash lend weight to this theory. Witnesses reported seeing Arnold in various locations, suggesting he might have been alive for some time after the initial incident. Could their bodies have been deliberately planted at the scene to simulate a tragic accident? The meticulous arrangement of the crash site raises suspicions about the true nature of the events. Survival and concealment. Another theory suggests that Arnold may have survived the initial accident and gone into hiding, possibly to escape legal repercussions, while Ruby met a different fate. This theory posits that Arnold's survival instincts kicked in, leading him to seek refuge in remote locations. The credible New Year's Eve sighting and the condition of Ruby's remains bolster this unsettling possibility. The sighting of Arnold during the New Year's Eve celebration adds a layer of complexity to the narrative, suggesting he might have been living under the radar. Government or organized crime cover-up. A more controversial theory points to a deliberate cover-up. This theory suggests that powerful entities might have had a vested interest in ensuring the truth remained hidden. Some suspect that elements within law enforcement or even ties to organized crime might have influenced the investigation. The involvement of such entities could explain the numerous inconsistencies and the rapid closure of the case. The rapid closure of the case by the FBI, despite glaring anomalies, raises questions about hidden agendas. The speed at which the case was closed, coupled with the lack of thorough investigation, has led many to believe that there was more at play than meets the eye, supernatural or paranormal involvement. Though fringe whispers persist among locals of forces beyond our understanding playing a role that night. These whispers have given rise to a theory that delves into the realm of the supernatural. Could unexplainable phenomena or local legends have had an influence on the disappearance and the subsequent discovery of the bodies? The presence of mysterious symbols and local legends adds an eerie dimension to the case, suggesting that perhaps the answers lie beyond the realm of the ordinary. For the Yankton Sioux community, the case of Arnold and Ruby is more than an unsolved mystery. It's a painful wound that still festers. Family members have consistently voiced their grief and frustration, alleging that racial bias and investigative oversights allowed key evidence to be overlooked. Their calls for a thorough reinvestigation remain as urgent as ever. Even today, as decades pass, the mystery endures. What really happened that cold winter morning? And why did a respected investigation ultimately close the case without uncovering the truth? This case continues to haunt not only the families of Arnold Archambeau and Ruby Bruguier, but the entire community of the Yankton Sioux. What do you think happened that fateful December? Were these young lives snuffed out by a tragic accident? Or was there something far more sinister behind their disappearance? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive into one of South Dakota's most unsettling mysteries compelling, please like, share, and subscribe to Vanished and Unexplained for more investigative episodes. And if you have any information that might help uncover the truth, please contact your local authorities immediately. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.